Welcome. So excited to be here with you today. I'm so honored that you are here. Every single year you are in business is an invitation to stage a massive breakthrough. And here's the truth. Companies that are capable of creating breakthroughs are the ones who do it year after year. So if your company is in a stage where it's at a plateau or where it's been incrementally increasing a little bit every year, or maybe it's even starting to slow and go backwards, it's because your company just needs to know how to create breakthroughs. And there is a science and an art to it. Today, we're going to talk about how you can infuse your superpower, your deepest desires, your passions and your interests for the future, and how that can be a driving force in both selecting your breakthrough, but also in how you then see it through and take daily, weekly, monthly steps to achieve your breakthrough at the end of the year. So we are in the 5-part series. So in the first part, we chose your breakthrough. The second was the architecture of breakthrough. Yay. We're going to look inside the inner workings of breakthrough and specifically what drives people, what motivates people isn't always something that's happening in their minds or in the logic realm, but in something deeper. In series 4, we will talk about breakthrough as a series of puzzles. Puzzles that are solvable. We always like to say growth is a puzzle you can solve. So in number 4, we'll talk about how you can unleash breakthrough by identifying the number one puzzle that needs your attention right now. And in the 5th, we'll talk about the sequence of your breakthrough. And that will free you up so that when you get up in the morning and you have a plan and you say, okay, this is what I need to do today. All right. So today we're talking about your superpower. Our objectives are number 1, we're going to infuse your breakthrough with purpose. Then we're going to infuse your breakthrough with vision. And then with the concept of your own personal growth. And lastly, claim your individual superpower. I want you to imagine throughout this year, every day your team is coming to the office or working from their virtual stations and focused all on the same big breakthrough. One thing that's going to make the big difference in your company and create a whole new level of empowerment for everything in your company, everyone on your team. Imagine everyone's focused on one goal and everyone is aligned with the same core purpose, headed on the same long-term vision. And at the same time, there's an individual sense of what am I growing? What am I learning in this process? And also, everyone is going to be able to bring their own unique superpower to the challenge at hand. This is also what creates the reasons why people stay working for a particular company. People love to have a meaning, they love to have growth, and they love to have engagement. And when you have all of these things together, purpose, vision, growth, and superpowers in action, that's when you create both performance, but also great satisfaction, commitment, engagement, and learning, which is what every company is longing for. So every year is a year to have a massive break. So what would meaningful business growth look like for you in 2025? What's the impact or the difference you want to make with your clients, with your community, with those you serve? What outcomes do you want to see them creating that they're not? What are the challenges you're helping them solve? What's the scale of the impact you want to create this year? So maybe you serve 100 customers this year and you want to serve 200 next year, right? In this 2025, this year you want to double what you did in 24. And what does profitability look like? What would you like your gross profit to be? What would you like your net profit to be? As you're growing and you're creating this breakthrough, what would be really transformative for you and for your business? And as you're thinking about all these different things that could be your goals and you're starting to list out all the things you wish would happen in 2025, start to see which breakthrough If you were to choose just one, would have the greatest overall influence, impact in your company. So I like to think about it as though I'm looking at a series of dominoes. I got dominoes lined up ahead of me. And if I put my attention on the first domino, then maybe it has five dominoes behind it that when I activate it and I achieve it, a lot of five other good things happen. If I look at the next domino, maybe if I activate that domino and achieve that domino and put focus and attention, maybe there's 500 dominoes behind it. And some of the others might have somewhere in between. So look to see each one of these goals that you have and identify them as their own individual domino. But how many dominoes sit behind them? What is the prolific long-term impact of just one of those goals? Breakthrough requires focus, attention, resources, and most important, change. It requires change. If we're going to really embody a breakthrough, we need to be able to focus our energy and attention and resources so that we have the ability to make change. That's why we want to choose one big breakthrough, the big breakthrough that's going to make the most prolific difference in the company as well as in our own lives. So again, think about and look at your scope of different possible breakthroughs you could have in 25 and which ones will make you feel good at the end of it. So see yourself, you're sitting at the end of the year, you're celebrating on December 31st, 2025. You've got your party hat on and you're claiming your success and your actualizations and progress for the year. What would make you feel fulfilled? What outcomes would really enrich your life? What would help you feel stretched in the best way as a leader? And what would help you feel satisfied that you had created positive progress, meaningful progress in 25? And what would help you feel confident? Like, gee, finally overcame that challenge. And now you know you're unstoppable. What would help you feel empowered? You got that thing taken care of, or you created mastery within your organization, or you improved something so that you felt stronger as a person, stronger as a leader, or stronger as an organization. And what would make you feel emboldened, right? Like, dang, that was cool. We did that. And now we can go out and do even more of it. So you want to surround your company with one big breakthrough that when you achieve it will help you really feel fulfilled and rich, satisfied, confident, empowered, and emboldened. So start to explore which of those would actually be something you would love to create. What would you absolutely love to be able to say this year? What would your most empowered future self create? See yourself in the future as an empowered, better version of yourself. What would that part of you want to create? And what would be meaningful, purposeful, and what would help you claim your self-worth and self-trust? What would move your business into prosperity? Go ahead, write down your breakthrough. We're going to use this breakthrough as we look deeper into purpose and vision and growth. So write down your breakthrough goal: specific, measurable, achievable, resonant, and time bound. All right. So now we're going to infuse your breakthrough with purpose. We think about in the Force for Good system as having a core purpose for your whole business. Your core purpose is the fundamental reason your company exists. It speaks to the transformation or the change that we hope customers will experience every day our products and service. When you think about your customer, it's the transformation that you hope will come about through the use of your products and services. But it answers these questions. Why does your company exist? What is the contribution that you make? Why is the world made better? Because the company is here. So the core purpose is the primary reason the company exists. It guides and filters everything an organization does. It is the deeper reason why every member of the team will continue to get out of bed each day to foster its survival and success. Your company might already have a core purpose. That's great. And if not, I encourage you to create one. We have the core purpose activator to help you define your core purpose. The way we look at core purpose in the Force for Good model is that we look at four different inspirations of purpose. The desire to create good, the desire to create truth, the desire to create beauty, and the desire to create a heroic experience. So when you think about your company, thinking about how your company is inspired by good, it's when your company is committed to delivering off to others. It's based on a genuine empathy with the needs and desires. Of thinking about for the Container Store, for example, their core purpose is get organized and be happy. Zappos that sells shoes, nothing about shoes in the core purpose, is delivering happiness. This is the transformation. They want somebody to experience happiness when they buy their shoes. And in all the experiences that they have with their brand and with their website and with their customer service. With Amazon, their desire is to be Earth's most customer centric company. They want to create a company that is completely customer centric. JetBlue, their desire through all that they do is to inspire humanity. So think about how your company is aligned with this idea of creating good, and just jot down all the ways you are committed to creating good, to how your company is seeking expressions of love, seeking to create more care and compassion. So that's for companies that are inspired by good. Companies that are inspired by what's true are companies that are embracing a surge for knowledge or truth. Think about how your company brings truth and knowledge. Google is to organize the world's information and to make it universally accessible and useful. That's their pursuit of knowledge and truth. Intel is creating world-changing technology that improves the life of every person on the planet. That's a pretty big purpose, right? World-changing technology, right? Improves the life of every person. We're not talking about chips here, right? We're talking about purpose. We're talking about Genentech, a biotech company, to deliver more life to every patient today and fuel tomorrow's breakthrough. So we hear how it's inspired by knowledge and learning. Bright Pink to save lives from breast and ovarian cancer by empowering women with knowledge and information. So again, it's really different ways of acknowledging truth and knowledge and how that becomes the purpose. So how does your company bring truth and knowledge? Write down what that is. Next, we'll see that sometimes our purpose is inspired by beauty, the pursuit of beauty, excellence, and the quest for perfection. So companies dedicated to beauty might be in the creative art, design, music, painting, film, handicrafts, as well as through methods of creating a better life through laughter, play, fun, adventure, travel, or experience. Excellence expresses beauty in unique and inspiring ways. So how does your company bring beauty, laughter, play, elevation to a constituents experience? Some examples of core purpose that are grounded in this idea of beauty is Apple. So their core purpose is to create insanely great technology. Ritz-Carlton is to inspire life's most meaningful. BMW is to be the ultimate driving machine. So this is creating beauty, right? So how does your company create beauty, laughter, play, elevation? Write it down. Purpose can also be inspired by the heroic. So a purpose motivated by a desire to change the world, not necessarily through the service to others or through discovery and pursuit of knowledge or through the quest for perfection, but through the desire to really change things, to make the world better, to solve unsolvable problems, to do the really courageous thing, even when it's risky, to achieve what others say is impossible. How is your company courageously changing the world? Write down whatever comes to you. Heroic examples are when Henry Ford first created the Ford Motor Company. The purpose was opening the highways to all mankind. That was heroic, right? Nobody had cars, and all he wanted it for everybody. Grameen Bank, which is one of my favorites, empowers the poor, especially women, to create a world without poverty and hunger. Red My Lips organization to transform our culture of sexual violence by educating, inspiring, and mobilizing the global community. To transform our culture of sexual violence, that's the hero part, right? So, how are we changing the world? What are we doing to make the world better? Those words can be part of our core purpose. So think about the core purpose for your company. Perhaps you're starting to see how the good, the truth, the beautiful, or the heroic could be coming in. But this is a moment for you to choose a core purpose. And again, you can use the core purpose activator tool in the Force for Good toolkit. What is the fundamental reason your company exists? So at a Force for Good, our core purpose is to make the world better through women-led business. So what is the transformation that you're hoping to create? At Illume, my healthcare company, our core purpose was to surround nurses, families with remarkable care. So our core purpose was remarkable care, to create and surround others with remarkable care. Because they started out with not having any care. They were trying to take care of their loved ones at home by themselves with no medical interventions, and their lives were in disarray, and their families were falling apart because they had this very, very fragile loved one. And so our core purpose was to provide remarkable care. So not just clinical care, not just quality care, but remarkable care. The transformation would be that everyone would have that remarkable care. What do you hope the impact is on your customers? What do you hope they will experience? Identify your core purpose. Be inspired by the true, the heroic, the good, and the beautiful. The core purpose is the fundamental reason your company exists. And now we're selecting a breakthrough goal. How is your 12-month breakthrough goal connected to purpose? How is it inspired by it? How could you shift your 12-month breakthrough to be infused with your company core purpose? So, for example, let's say your goal is to double the number of customers you serve. So, rather than say, I want to go from 1 to 200 customers, you can then say, our goal is to have X new customers, 100 new customers this year, 200 total customers experience fill in the blank, your core purpose. So it's not just a number, but it's actually connected to the purpose of what your company is and does. It's not just a number that you're increasing, but it's helping you understand why it's important. How can then the narrative around your 12-month breakthrough become more elevated, inspiring, and engaging through purpose? Sometimes our goals can be financial. And so, how do we shift them? How do we talk about them differently so that they're more elevated, more inspiring, and engaging? So, an example of that with my healthcare company, like any company, we had financial goals, and we were trying to meet a certain revenue target, certain profit target, and certain net profit. How many hours were we delivering? Now, if I talk to my team about the number of hours we're delivering, it's not nearly as inspiring as how many children we're bringing home from the hospital. So children bringing home from the hospital and adding new nurses, that represents increased hours, right? So I don't talk just about increasing the hours or the revenue. I talk about bringing children home from the hospital and how that is a motivator. We're also filling shifts of mothers who can't go to work unless we fill them. It's the narrative you're creating around your breakthrough that inspires not just you, but everybody on your team. It also transforms the company culture. So look at your breakthrough, your 12-month goal, and how you can really infuse it with your core purpose and the narrative of what you're trying to create and deliver wholeheartedly, the transformation, the change, the hope you intend to deliver to every single customer. Now we're going to look at vision. So vision is connected to purpose. Vision is your core purpose in live and live every day for 100 years or more. It's the vision of what would happen if you lived from your company's values and your company's purpose for 100 years or more. Your company vision describes a different, better world through the work of your company. Your company may never actually fulfill the vision. It may be always moving towards it. You want to be creating a vision of something that's 100 years or more away. The vision is something you'll work towards for as long as you and all of your successors live. You and others will contribute your own brilliance, your own growth, your own resources and time to this call. You will dedicate the full commitment of the organization to moving towards this vision every day for 100 years or more. So imagine moving in the direction of a light post well off into the horizon, the due north of your company. So as you think about what is the brighter, better world of my company, this is the positive transformation your company would like to contribute. So go ahead and take a pass at it. Our vision is a world where, and write down what the world would look like 100 years from now. So as you start to do that and write down your ideas, I'll share with you some examples of vision. So Amazon, their vision is to be Earth's most customer-centric company where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. They started out selling books, if you recall. So now today, they're a place where people can come to find and discover almost anything. LinkedIn, the vision of LinkedIn is to create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. Patagonia, our vision is to use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. I love this because this company sells sweatshirts and hiking gear, but their vision has nothing to do with sweatshirts, nothing to do with quality of their sweatshirts or anything like that. It's to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. So people are going to go out, wear these things, go to places around the world. They're going to learn and make a difference, right? Southwest Airlines, the vision is to become the world's most loved, most flown, and most profitable airline. Love that. These are different flavors of vision. They're painting the picture of a brighter, better world. Sweet Green is to inspire healthier communities by connecting people to real food. What is the vision of your company? What do you hope your company will create over 100 years? Notice 12-month breakthrough is a goal. a 12-month goal that is ideally aligned with that vision, that 100-year vision. So imagine you could have 100 breakthroughs that get you all the way to your vision. And all along the way, you're following your core purpose, right? Every day you're following your core purpose. Everybody in your company is, and you're moving in direction of your vision. And this 12-month breakthrough goal is a seminal moment 12 months from now, December 31st, 2025, is where you have a moment of breakthrough. So how is this 12-month breakthrough connected to your vision? Just notice the ways in which it will help you achieve your vision. Notice how it's somehow the most important thing that will get you to the next thing. And maybe it's because you need a certain resource figured out or a certain marketing channel that needs to be deduced, or maybe it's because you have a product that needs support and help. And so that's why this breakthrough is so important. Intentionally see how it is connected to your bigger, longer vision. And then ask yourself, is there any way that I could further weave my vision into the goal? How can I embody that vision into the goal even more? And how could I talk about the 12-month breakthrough with my team and with myself so that it is fused with the vision? So once again, we want to talk about the future better state. At Illume, we were focused on creating a world where everyone had a pain source and a care team that could care for their loved ones. That was our brighter future vision. And so being able to say, all right, in this year, our breakthrough is to be able to bring home 100 new patients out of the hospital. And in so doing, helping more families experience that better care, that remarkable care. What is the narrative of your vision that you can use within your breakthrough? And notice how when you have a goal that's infused with your vision and your purpose, how it shifts. Hopefully it starts to become more resonant. So to help you further devise and put language to your vision, you can download a Vision Expander. When you infuse your vision into everything, it creates more power. It helps you actually get things done easier. Here, we're going to look at the breakthrough using infusing growth into your breakthrough. Every goal that we have is an opportunity to grow, not just outside, but inside as well. Outer growth is a reflection of inner growth. So when you think about your goal, take a moment and ask yourself, how will I grow as I journey with this goal? What will I learn? How will I become more resilient? How will I discover more of my own personal power? How will I develop confidence? Every breakthrough becomes an opportunity for inner growth. Sorry, companies will only grow as much as their leaders are willing to grow. When we aren't producing breakthroughs in our business and when things are flat, it's because something in us is stuck. Something in us requires breakthrough. We can instill breakthrough growth in our companies by continuously learning and growing within ourselves. We want to cultivate an environment where our teams are constantly growing. What actually creates the most happiness in our lives is meaning, purpose, engagement, flow, as well as experiencing progress. We want to create an environment where people can experience that engagement and that growth and that flow. When you create a company that is having constant breakthroughs, you create an environment where people get to feel this meaning, purpose, engagement, flow, be able to celebrate and have achievement. Each 12-month breakthrough goal becomes an opportunity for you to own your own personal evolution and transformation. It also creates a space where each team member individually and collectively can grow and evolve. When people grow and evolve and see it, discover their own worth and their own power and their own greatness, I invite you to look at the transformation app. Thinking about your 12-month breakthrough goal You can get this transformation map. This is a great exercise that you can use to the journey of creating this 12-month breakthrough. Right at the top, your new desired outcome, 12-month breakthrough. So, call it 100 new customers. This is a map that's a visual representation of change. It includes both the outer change, so the stuff on the left is all the things you have to do in the outer world, and the inner world on the right-hand side of the page. And these are the inner changes where we transform negative thinking. We move from fear to discovering treasured gifts. We move from excuses and rationalizations to resourcefulness and abundance. We move from victimhood and blame to choice and freedom. We move from fearful feelings to feelings of love and hope and possibility. So each breakthrough gives us the opportunity to take new actions, create new results, learn new skills, build new systems and infrastructures within our companies that help us then continue to grow. And it also helps us build within ourselves a greater opportunity for self improvement, self growth, self enrichment. So this is a bigger picture of it. Download it and start to use it for your own transformations. So what we want to do is infuse your breakthrough with the intention for growth. As we now think about your 12-month breakthrough, we want to infuse it with your own desire for growth. We have two motivators for growth, two motivators for change. One is pain, right? We're trying to move away from pain. And one is that you're moving towards desire. They're very different. I invite you to look at your breakthrough goal and ask yourself, is this a goal that is in the service of my fear? Or is it a desire-based goal? Is it something you want? Or is it solving pain? How can you transform it from being something that's overcoming pain, overcoming fear, into something that you genuinely, honestly, openly desires? Growth is easier and more sustainable through hope, possibility, and desire. Your deepest desires are guiding you to your highest and best. When we can move into goals that are directly aligned with our desires, rather than just pushing away and trying to accommodate a fear, we have more power. Desires are shaping where we are meant to go. So when we invite desire into our goals, into our creation, we open the door for positive emotion like joy, fun, excitement, pleasure, hope, possibility, creativity. When we're moving towards fear, it's a different thing. We're in our defensiveness. We're more in our flight and fight. But when we're moving towards desire, we create a totally different energy. How can you shift your goal so that it's moving towards desire, moving towards what you want rather than what you don't want? You'll discover a whole different set of solutions. What would bring you joy, energy, hope, and delight? And what would make you feel like a lady driving flare? Make sure your goal is attached to your desire. Listen from your body, not your brain. How could you tweak it to make it delicious, adventure, wholehearted, nurturing? Make sure that your breakthrough goal is tied to what you desire and what you want growing. Every goal we have is really an opportunity for us, if we're conscious of it, to claim our power, to claim our self-worth, to claim our worthiness and our enough. One of the challenges we face as human beings, especially as women, is we never feel enough. We think we're not enough. We tell ourselves we're not enough. We're not worth it. We can't have what we want. These are all different refrains on the same challenge, right? I'm unworthy. I don't have the power. I can't. And so when we go through a 12-month breakthrough, part of the power of that breakthrough is to align it with our ability to claim and prove to ourselves again and again, reminding ourselves we are worthy. We are enough. We have what we need. I can trust myself. I have the power to take the next break step. So notice how this breakthrough becomes your personal journey to claim that which has been forgotten or lost, like self-love, self-trust, worthiness. And so be intentional about this. How is this true for you? So imagine that you could be 12 months from today and your 12-month goal is actualized. What would you learn about yourself having actualized that goal? What would you have discovered? What would you have overcome? How will you have grown? What is now true about you? You're going to gain skills. You're going to learn that you are worthy. You're going to overcome that challenge. What will you now know is true? So what can you discover within yourself? So every time you experience pain or frustration or setback, you can remember, oh, this is how I am, what I'm learning, who I'm becoming. This is what I'm here to. I'm claiming my self-worth. I'm claiming my generosity, my prosperity, whatever it is that you're learning and growing about. So, and the last piece is to make sure you claim your superpower. We've talked here today about your purpose and your vision, right? And we talk about what you're claiming as you go through big challenges and what you think will become true about you when you hit a breakthrough is your superpower. Okay. So when you think that when you overcome these big challenges, oh, I'll finally be worthy. I'll finally be a great seller. I'll finally be successful, actualized, resilient, whatever you discover is true about you. What is that core thing that you think you will discover about yourself? The truth is, it's actually already your superpower. It's the power your higher self is always inviting you to step into. It's the power we learn lives within us over and over again through life's many trials and tribulations. As we follow our deepest desires, we create more and more opportunities to use that superpower. So maybe it's the power of worthiness, the power of self-trust. My superpower is self-trust. And so being able to continuously see that we're going to encounter things that are going to challenge that superpower. And every time we are challenged, then we are going to step into it again and again and claim it. When you ask yourself that question at the end of this big journey, this 12-month thing, what will I discover is true about me? I am enough. I am worthy. I am successful. I am empowered. Whatever that is your superpower. So now is your chance to claim your superpower. It's constant claiming. Every day you have to choose it. Every day it's a choice to be made. What are the moments when you've used this power? How has it already healed you? How has it already elevated and transformed your life? See, all the times you've already been self-trusting. You've already been enough. You've already stood up for yourself. You've already been capable. You've already been gritty. You've already been unstoppable, whatever that superpower is. How could you embody this superpower every single day? So self-trust, how do I embody self-trust? I listen to my wisdom and I follow it. Morning ritual that I use where I look within, I do some journaling, I ask my higher self for guidance on what to do today, and then I act on it. And that's how I keep stepping into my self-trust. I can trust myself enough to hear my inner wisdom and then follow through on it. So how can you use your superpower with your 12-month breakthrough? So this is a question. What would it look like for you to fully claim the superpower this year? And notice how the superpower is the perfect opportunity for you to extract the pearls of wisdom and gifts of your superpower. So today we went through and infused your breakthrough with purpose. We infused your breakthrough with vision. We infused your breakthrough with growth, and you claimed your superpower. So continue on with me. The next will be which puzzle will unleash your breakthrough. We'll be doing that on the 27th. And then we'll be talking about the sequence of breakthrough So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. I do greatly appreciate your time with me, and the world is made better by women-led business. So let's all go make the world a brighter and better place. Thank you.